Loyalty Beard Care. It's your go-to beard kit. They're committed to making you look your best every day of the week. They offer top-of-the-line ingredients to keep your beard healthy and moisturized, man. If you're, one of those guys, or girls, I want to get your man, their beard right, loyaltybeardcare.com is where you can purchase all that. He's got beard moisturizer, beard growth, beard oil. He's got hats. He's got face masks. So hit him up on Instagram as well, Loyalty Beard Care on Instagram.
Took a breather and came back in no time. Put the ball in my possession and it's showtime. I'm taking the last shot, coach, don't mind. I'm a different predicament, so it troubles you. Game clock ticking and I'm coming for the W. One man ain't enough, they gon' have to double two. Get ball shot made, all the fans loving you. Time expired, everybody rushing. Now you done showed them what you about. Try to tell you we was gon' make it without a doubt. Do what they can, I'm already stamping. I be shitting like Kevin Durant in the game. Hey up, when I steps on the floor, I don't waste time. 2 seconds, one shot, I'ma make mine. Hit a 3-pointer on baseline. They want my spot, I'm trying to save mine. So you should move over, 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 you should move over.
Turn the mics on, man. Narrative Podcast. It's your boy OT, man. Got my bro Fred Joe always in the building. You see another special guest, man. And I got a little hungry when I saw who it was because we got a burger boy in the building, man.
Nolan Hickman, man. McDonald's All-American, man. How does it feel, man? I just went and got my McDonald's earlier, man, and no homo made me think about you, bro. We had to start it like that. Talk about it.
Nolan Hickman, man. What's good, man?
Man, everything's been good, man. I can't complain, especially with this achievement I just had, bro. It's crazy, man. It's a dream come true. It's always been a dream of mine, bro. Being little, especially doing with my main brother too, Paulo. So, it's just town business. That's what we've been doing. Rotary been doing that. So, it just goes to show that, Seattle got real hoopers. That top left state got real hoopers. So, I just put up for the city, put up for the city, put up for the youth. And, that's what I go by. So,
Nolan Hickman, ladies and gentlemen, Seattle native. We got right on here now. 2021 McDonald's All-American. Seattle native. You already know his, man. Oh, Burger Boy, man. Yeah, that's not an employee's hat. That's definitely that's who. Come on, man. Eastside Catholic. Also, prior to this, Seattle Rotary for AAU has always been your AAU program that you played for. Man, just talk about we've had a couple of Rotary kids on here. Paulo being another one, so it's definitely dope to see both of you guys do it. But just talk about what Seattle Rotary has meant for you and meant for your development.
Man, honestly, it's been my whole hoop career leading up to high school. Actually even in high school, with senior year, we're this is literally the departure, me going off to college. So I've been there since 3 years old, little hoops. Babies, bro, getting buckets. So that just goes to show you the loyalty I got behind Rotary, the loyalty behind it. I can't switch up. That's been the stomping grounds. So you know what it is. I can't.
I want you to talk about we tend to ask this question a lot in regards to town people or Rotary dudes, but talk about the significance of D-Hen in your life, not even just your basketball career, just your life. If you briefly touch us on that.
Honestly, he's like the godfather of all this. I hate to put it like that, but it's true. Like, he's real life. Like, he's the leader of all this. Like, he's the main one. I feel like sending him and Dan Finkley, I feel like they're the ones who started it. They just built a huge, what would you say, like a huge spotlight on this. With him pushing us and pushing Paulo and pushing all of us up from since we were being little all the way up to now. That just goes to show you what type of man he is. and you know what type of dude he is on and off the court too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he makes sure it's all of us is right. Even with me being all the way in Utah, he'll chill,
Right.
call, check up on me. So, you know, he's my dude, bro. Like he's real life. Like, you know, if I didn't have a father, that's my
Yeah.
that would be my father for you.
Yeah.
Like
We
real
tend to
life.
hear that a lot too. So
Yeah, like he's my dude, bro. So
Daryl Hennings, Seattle Rotary head coach for high school team, also the director of Seattle Rotary. Definitely a pioneer, man. We're gonna tell you just like we tell everybody who rocks with D, man. Tell that man that he got to pull up the hoop narrative, man. He ain't how he not
and oh no, he don't do well with the recognition, man.
yeah.
He like
he like being undercover. That's his thing, bro. So,
You definitely gotta tell him, man. He gotta hop on. He keeps seeing him, man. He's like, man, what did he tell you at trials was this past week? He say, yeah, I gotta hop on, huh, Freddie?
Yeah, he been paying attention, man. You know, D8 he pays attention in the cut. So
he do.
So you at you know, you finishing your high school career at Wasatch Academy, which is not in Seattle, Washington, Utah, right?
Yeah, I'm in Utah. Yeah,
Okay.
in Utah.
What was it behind the decision to want to leave Eastside Catholic and go on to Wasatch for your senior year?
In all honesty, you know, it was a hard decision. I didn't even really want to make it, you know, honestly. But you know, with the rumors of us not having, you know, a basketball you know, a basketball league down there in Washington,
right.
you know, those rumors getting to my family, getting to me, and you know, I still had something to prove, you know, especially you know on the big stage or even at you know locally with Seattle. So, you know, with sitting down with the Wasatch staff and with my family, you know, they made it clear that you know we are gonna have a season. You know, it's for sure. Like you know, the big stage is set for you, is set for you know the whole team. So. You're gonna see Mount Verdi, you're gonna see the Oak Hills of the world, you're gonna see all of them. So, you know that for me no brainer, you know that like I'm out of there. So I have no disrespect to you know East Side. I love you know, my guys, but you know I just had to make a better move for me. And you know I honestly felt like it was the best move I could have made. Honestly, you know I feel like I couldn't even really be a Burger Boy if I was you know, to stay or
That's fair.
you know wait. So I'm glad I made it.
Yeah, and you know, that's how, you know, we always talk about the people in Seattle are kind of, you know, a little behind when it comes to, you know, the prep world. So, you know, we knew what Nolan taking that step. We knew what it meant for him, the things that he was chasing. I think it kind of put everybody's antennas on like, okay, he's really trying to take it real serious. He's trying to go to that next level. And like you talked about the national schedule, that's one thing people don't know. P, you know, Pop also knows when you play at a prep school, you're playing a national schedule. I want you to talk about playing a national schedule rather versus just a high school and a state championship. Talk about what that meant for you.
Yeah, it was real different. It was real different. You know, with Eastside, you know, you're playing every Friday. You know, you're playing you know back to back. But with the league and actually doing this, like the national schedule, you're actually in a bubble. Like they had us in a 2-week bubble and mostly all of the tournaments. So that alone was like that mental capacity, bro. I don't know how NBA players. I don't know how.
Yeah.
It's nuts, bro. Just being in that dorm, bro, and only being able to go in that little area for so long for 2 weeks straight is crazy. And then having to get up out of that room and going straight to play, bro, like it is nuts. But you know, it's something to get. It is you could get used to it during the times like after the first tournament. You know, I didn't really pay no mind after it, and like you know, and where were we at DC? Yeah, in DC, we didn't really pay no mind to it. That was at the St. James one.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that national schedule, you know, it does take a toll on your body too. Like you gotta prepare for it. Like it's nothing for you to just come in and think it's all great. No, like, and we gotta play 2 people at the same time. Like, okay, so with Lalamere, we had to play them the first time we played them at we played them in DC, and then we had to play recently in Florida. So we played them twice, and you know we got to figure out schemes. They already know what you know how we come off picks, and you know how we how we score. You know, they already know how we play, so that makes it even harder itself. So, you know, playing, you know, doing that against, you know, the same teams over and over again, playing my vert twice, you know, it is a struggle, but you know, that just goes to show you, like, you know, it's built, like you got to be built for it. You know, you got to be dog. So,
and for me, I thought it was, you know, it meant something to, you know, this year be able to turn ESPN on or ESPNU a couple of times and see the Seattle dude, you know, hooping, you know, on TV. Like, we got hoopers that can do that on a constant basis. So I was glad that you took that step. And like you said, just me being honest, I don't know if you would have been able to get the opportunity to be a burger boy from Eastside Catholic. So I definitely appreciate you taking that step and what it did for you. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, I mean, also it prepares you for the, you know, the college grind that you're about to get prepared for. Nolan Hickman will be going to the University of Kentucky, real blue blood school. Gonna go play behind Coach Calipari. And man, I feel like even our generation, bro, and you know, the young generation, it's like a dream come true to go play, put on that blue and white and go put on a Kentucky uniform. What was your, you know, how was you feeling, you know, when you got that first phone call and, you know, you seen Coach Calipari calling your phone, and, you know, what was that like?
It was actually not even a call. We actually set up a Zoom meeting. My parents set up a Zoom meeting, and you know, they just was on the call. Like, I didn't even like, no, I was like, man, like, you guys wasn't even like let me get my face together, no nothing. It was early in the morning. So yeah, I got on the call. You know, they said they were interested. You know, they really loved my game and all that. You know, especially with Coach Calipari coming out to see me during the games with Paulo and everything. So, you know, he already was watching film and everything before, but, you know, with that being said, you know, said with his 2 eyes and everything, you know, he was all for my game. So, you know, what they were spitting, they were spitting that fire. So, hey, they were spitting that talk.
And I hear that Coach K, you know, he's a realist, and what he's tell you, Kentucky's not for everybody. Everybody who comes to Kentucky, he wants his players to be able to play at the next level. When I'm talking about the NBA, and I'm pretty sure that pitch was made to you as well. And you know, I mean, we didn't see you play since you were a kid, but you can play the game of basketball at a really high level. And there was a lot of people, you know, who were a little surprised first to hear about, you know, the Kentucky offer from you, Nolan. But you were already at this point had made your way up the ranks. You definitely had caught a lot of people's, caught a lot of heads turning your way. Your junior year playing a hoop for a Rotary, man, like, talk about, you know, your sophomore and junior year playing on the EYBL level. And, you know, what it's meant for you to compete with top players on a weekend basis, and, you know, being able to know that, yeah, like I can play with these guys, and I'm better than a lot of these guys out here that, you know, I wasn't really getting the recognition on early on in my high school career.
You know, with being on the EYBL session, it gave me so much exposure that I didn't think I was going to get. You know. Yeah, I did get a lot of exposure. That I'm telling you, I did get a lot. Like, that's where I blew up at. Like, that's where I kind of, you know, made my stamp.
People don't understand the significance of that EYBL if you do your work, man.
If you do what you're supposed to do and literally, like, you get to your money, hey, you're set. Like, you can get a platform. You can make your platform in one session alone. Like, it doesn't have to be no all 4 sessions. No,
it's crazy because P said the same thing on here. You could just hoop one session.
And you could get like as many like offers. Like, you get offers on top of offers. Like, I'm trying to, bro, it's crazy. I was just telling Pop, like, if I had one more year, like, if they didn't cancel that, oh my goodness, we would have caused havoc. I'm telling you. We would have probably beat Vegas. We probably would have beat Vegas. I'm telling you, we would have beat Vegas.
Because they had that Rotary 17 team nabbed as one of them teams.
That's what I'm saying. We was stacked. We was on some baby boy. Who else? Cape.
CJ Ellaby.
We was.
And it was crazy because, you know, Otis, you had brought up, you know, sophomore and junior year. I feel like sophomore year, like you weren't ranked, and then towards the end of the year, going into next year is like when it just you got ranked, and then once you got ranked, it just kept on going. Like, because I know a lot of people probably feel like, oh, he's been ranked forever. Like talk about that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I remember this like yesterday. My freshman and sophomore year, when the rankings came out, I remember checking them. The ESPN, I remember checking them always. I always stayed on top of it. As soon as it dropped, boom, I'm looking. I look, I don't see my name nowhere. I even go in the search bar. The search bar at the bottom, and I even check up my last name.
Just to try to make sure, huh?
Just to see if I'm in the system. Just to see if I'm in the system, bro. Like ESPN, like at least are they looking at me or like
right.
Nothing. So then like I want to say sophomore year, I started ramping up 5 a.m.s. I started ramping up my workout sessions. I started doing like insane workouts. You can ask my dad, like we literally was in the gym nonstop. So just junior year, I want to say when we went on that EYBL session, it was just like, I worked so hard, like it's time to do what you're supposed to do. Like there's no other way. If you want this to be what your job, you gotta perform. So that was just my mindset going in with the EYBL session as well. So that's just why I think I felt like I got benefited. I benefited. Yeah.
And back to when you get a call from John Calipari's in Kentucky, is that almost like like you just drop every other school for the most part? You're like, this is where I want to go, or is it really tough to still like make John Calipari have to hold on a little bit?
No, I actually was already had my mindset where I was going to go before I even was considering Kentucky. That's what people. Well, I was gonna go to Kansas.
Okay.
I already had my.
That's what everybody felt too. That's what everybody felt too.
I already had my plan set. I already called Coach Self and everything. I was like telling them like I'm gonna come and all that. And like I want to say a week later, I get on the Zoom call with the Coach Cal and everything, and they shoot me their pitch or whatever, and like I want to say 2 weeks later, I talk it through. I cancel all communications with coaches or whatever, and just my family. I'm just talking to me and my family, trying to figure out what I want to do. And I didn't even get time to cancel what I wanted to do at Kansas because of the commitment video and the commitment stuff what was going on. It was so much politics and stuff like them putting out my where I was going too soon and stuff. Guess the rumor got out about me going.
You started to get a taste of that next level life. It became a business after that.
Right. So right after that, I was like, man, like you guys gonna steal my bus. So I didn't even really want to do none of that. I just wanted to push out the video because I was gonna do it on my camp day, like my actual camp day with my virtual students and stuff. So I don't even know if the people on the Zoom call even knew if I was, committed there already. Yeah. Then I was supposed to show my Kentucky shirt on the video with the kids so they, I couldn't even do that. Like I couldn't even do what I really wanted to do because they was just like the media and everything were commenting under my post, letting people know that I was already going to Kentucky. So it was just weak. So
yeah. Somebody was linking info, huh?
Yeah. I don't know who it was. Oh well, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, man, that's big. And I did my research a little earlier. I mean, you're gonna be the first player, I think, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but who's gonna be playing under Coach Cal from Seattle, Washington. And we were talking to Paulo Banchero about that earlier about being the first player to go play under Coach K at Duke. You guys are really opening the door right now for the Seattle Washington Hoopers, and shout out to the generation before you guys. And you talk about Kevin Porter Jr. And players like that who have moved on to the NBA, but you guys are taking the floodgates, man, and running with it, man. And like talk about your generation of Hoopers with you, Paulo, and other players, and how you guys are taking what Seattle Hoop has done and taking it to another level.
Yeah,
Facts.
I'll get to that question just real quick. But have you guys been seeing what KP's been doing in the G League?
Yeah. Hey, I've been telling everybody it's just a pit stop, man.
Man, it's just a pit stop, bro. They have to throw him in the league. It's nuts right now.
You know,
they're just letting him get repped up. He's definitely going up. Trust me.
He gonna make the Cleveland Cavaliers regret that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. That was dumb. It was stupid. But now with this generation, with the Hoopers in Seattle, I feel like we have been setting the bar for the younger generation. Just showing them that you can get out of that that left state and get take this basketball stuff to many more places. Utah, I ain't even expect me to go to Utah. Like, you meet different people like Coach P. Man, like this whole year with Coach P, my new head coach, like he's been a huge impact on this whole thing. Like, I don't even think I'd even stay here if it wasn't even for him. Like, the first day of practice, I get here, and I'm telling you, bro, it was the one day I'm calling. I'm like, Mom, like it's time.
I'm ready to come back
home. I'm coming home. It's a terrible idea. I don't even want to be here no more. Like, I thought every day was gonna be like that, right?
Yeah.
First day, he got us running 8 suicides each as a partner.
Real work, man.
Real work. But I'm like, hey, now, I thought we was gonna ease into it, whatever. We finished that workout, right? We go in the ice baths. Every part of my body lock up. I promise you not, I'm on the ground almost moaning. It hurt so bad, bro. It was crazy, bro. And I was just like, bro, and my mom was like, this is what's gonna take, bro. Like, that's just literally what she told me. It's just what it's gonna take. This is the next level. Like, this is preparing you for college, preparing you for what you're gonna, what the business is. This is what it is. So, I just had to, eat that, eat it, get back to that grind, and had to, snap back to what the 5 a.m.s was all worth. So that's all.
It was nice to kind of got to see you a little bit through the social media working. I want you to talk about the work that you did with Nate Robinson's little brother, Denzel, to work on your athleticism. I watched you a lot, and it seemed like you really was taking that work with him real serious to try to change your body. And I'm not gonna lie, you looked up, and I'm like, wow, and I was really flushing it. So talk about what that work was like with Denzel to get your body right.
Man, he got my body all the way right. I actually went to him when I was real young. Like he actually got old pictures of me like 3 years ago where I went to, like flexing or whatever on the picture.
Yeah.
But I actually been going to him recently, like I want to say like last summer. That's where we were just grinding all we had every day scheduled. We were just grinding. I had a meal plan and everything. So we was just grinding nonstop. And we doing plyometric work. He was getting all my legs right. He was getting the 1 foot bounce right, 2 foot. So I want to say I hit like the bouncy stretch.
Yeah.
Or like Les Schwab, like my Les Schwab.
Yeah.
My Les Schwab with East Side. I think that's where I was like, okay, like I'm kind of here with the bounce right now. Like, I'm here with it. But he did transform my whole body. Like, he transformed it. And he actually, he put that mindset in me because, with him, he's actually real spiritual and stuff. So he'll know about, what God got, got set for me and stuff. So he'll put me to the side and let me know about that stuff too. But on the working side, he understands that, like, you got to be great. Like, that's his thing, like, be great. So I love that man to death. That's my dude. So we're gonna continue to work. I'm sure he just moved to Arizona, so it's kind of hard to get that working. But I'm for surely gonna go to Arizona and get that work.
That was real good work. That's the work that takes you to the next level right there that he had you doing.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hoop Narrative Podcast, man. Everybody listening. We got Nolan Hickman, high school phenom, 2021 McDonald's All-American on the mic. Talk about back to, high school. You're now at Wasatch at Eastside Catholic. Is there a little bit, of a little bit of an empty hole that you weren't able to, get a gold ball state championship in Seattle, Washington.
Yeah.
Sorry to open up an old wound, bro. I know you've had some battles here.
Damn.
You've been right there a couple of times, man. I had to ask, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it does eat me alive. I'm not gonna lie. It does make me a little bit mad that I did have to leave the city, without a ring or a trophy. But whoever wins it this year, I salute them. I was definitely gonna win this year.
You guys definitely had a shot. I mean,
it was definitely.
Ever since you got to Eastside Catholic, you guys had a chance. You guys were a big part of turning around, the Eastside Catholic culture for real, definitely.
And I was definitely coming for that #1 spot, bro. So I hope they know that. I hope everybody is. The Hoopers, O'Day, Paulo, I'm calling them out. I hope they do know that I was definitely coming for that #1 spot. But with me coming here, we got the chance to get a national championship.
Right. Something bigger.
Something even bigger. So that is something that sucks to even do it in your city, but to do it even wider, that's even more better. So I think we even got a real good shot at it too. So
you guys are next weekend, or will it be when is it, Fred? Rotary and Wasatch?
Yeah. We play Hillcrest.
Hillcrest, yep.
Mm-hmm. We play Hillcrest.
Is that gonna be a little weird, seeing Rotary down there too?
Yeah, it is. I haven't seen them play, in person yet without me. So it is gonna be a little bit weird, but I get to see my bros play. Yeah. I haven't seen them in a minute.
It's gonna be like seeing that family on Christmas break or something. Come home from college or something.
Right. So that is gonna be dope. I come home March 11th, so I'm gonna see them, even later on. But still, that is gonna be dope that I get to see them play. So I hope the event turns out well.
Yeah.
It is gonna be in Utah. It is at like a little high school in American Heritage, but I hope it turns out good.
Yeah.
Everybody listening, man, if you're out in Utah, man, you definitely got to go check that out on Friday, I believe, this week, March. What's the day?
5th, I believe.
March 5th.
Yep. March 5th. Yep.
Yeah, definitely got to tune out for that. Like I said, man, Hoop Narrative Podcast. You can check us out on. Oh man, I always be blanking
Apple
on
Podcasts,
this, bro.
YouTube, Overcast, Spotify, Google Play.
Yes, sir, man. Definitely. We've had a lot of decent guests, and we adding to it today with Nolan Hickman. Colorcast has given us a great opportunity as well to, expand, do a little commentary on basketball games. So, we're definitely trying to blow up. We're definitely trying to put that, that Seattle hoop narrative on the map, man. And definitely taking this big. We got a little ad we're gonna go to. Real quick, definitely, don't change over to another podcast yet. We got definitely more with McDonald's All-American Seattle native Nolan Hickman right after this ad. Hoop Narrative Podcast, man. My bro Fred Joe and
back
special guest in the building, Nolan Hickman, a University Kentucky signee. Man, so. We like I said, we watched you grow up, man, since you been a kid on the hoop court, and seeing what you are now. For a lot of people who didn't really get to see you play as when you were younger, and then seeing you play now at a really high level, you can tell with your grind, you definitely didn't see a cap to your potential, and you still got, man, a lot. Yeah, ceiling that, like I said, a lot of people didn't even know you have, bro. And I think, you going to Kentucky next year, you're really going to put your name on a national level where people are going to see, like, okay, like, now this dude's not just, a high caliber Division I player, he's an NBA basketball player, and, knock on wood, everything stays, good, but talk about like being so close, to taking these steps of playing at a really high level. What it's taken for you to get there.
you know, what it has taken me to get, you know, where I'm at right now, it has, you know, the steps have been challenging, you know,
A lot
facing
of sacrifices.
Mhm.
a lot of sacrifices, a lot of sacrifices. You know, I haven't been able to see my little bro, like grow and
Yeah.
hoop. Like that's his main thing. He love to hoop. And you know, my parents sent me videos of him dunking and everything. You know, this is his first year. You know, really, he just signed up with Rotary. This is his first year, you know, going in and playing with the little hoops. So
It feels surreal as a big bro, huh?
it's crazy, bro. It feels so crazy, bro. It feel like yesterday I was just doing what he was doing. So, you know, and not being there and trying to help him and, you know, trying to see, you know, get his form together and stuff, just not being able there to help, it does take a toll on me. It does hurt me. But, you know, even with my siblings, my sister, my mom and dad, you know, not seeing them all the time, with me being around them, like I was so family oriented. So, you know, not seeing them all the time, it does make me want to. It just makes you, you know, grow up. That's all it was. So, sacrifices do come into play. You know, it just takes, like I can't even really explain it. You know, I just came a long way. Like, and it just shows. Like now, like it just shows. All my achievements, all my accolades, all that's from, you know, working and grinding. You know, that's all it has been. And I just feel like it's been that way. Like me being younger, and I feel like, you know, me being overlooked or whatever. I just felt like I've been there. Like all this stuff, you know, you guys are seeing right now. I've been a killer. I've been.
I was just talking to my guy, coach. I was just talking to my guy, D Brooks, Coach Brooks, about that. We was just like, I mean, Nolan, you know, he wasn't the Nolan you guys know now. When he, you know, like when he was, well, people didn't see him that way. You know what I mean? He just turned his grind up another level, and made everyone, you know, a believer. And you know, that's one thing that, you know, people got to realize is that, man, he turned them non-believers into believers by just working. And that's what one thing people don't understand. You got to really put your head down and just work.
You have to. You gotta put all the social media stuff aside. Sometimes you gotta escalate that. Sometimes you gotta, you know, put that away. Sometimes just grind. Like literally get to your money. Get to your craft.
And you talked about your mom and dad, you know, Big N.O. and your mom, you know, they very integral in your life. I always seen them on EYBL sessions and trips. I just want you to talk about how important they've been to you. As far as, you know, you on this journey right now, man, I know they're extremely pivotal, always with you. So talk about that.
Man, like every time I do talk about it, I kind of like sometimes almost get emotional. And they do a lot for me. And you know, sometimes I do have to sit back and really think about like I don't even know where I'll be here without them too. Like, you know, them really my dogs. Like I love them to death. Like, you know,
just for you to have a chance, you know what I mean?
Right, like, you know, just putting a roof over my head, like little stuff, like giving me food or, you know, giving me some snacks. So, you know, that alone is just crazy to think about, you know, even with them sending me off and still putting money on my card to, you know, give me some food or something. But, you know, just little stuff. It's crazy. You know, when my mom, you know, actually putting together a little team for my give back, you know, while me being over here and her being over there and her setting up, you know, the cold drive and what I got going on to give back, you know, to her juggling all that and then having to work and work and, you know, work her job and do all that. Like, it's crazy. Like, they do a lot for me, and I love them. You know, I wouldn't trade them for the world. So, yeah.
Yeah, man. No, man. Parents will definitely put you in a great situation, man. You, like I say, we all know you're definitely on your way. Speaking on back to the kind of Seattle Rotary, you and Paulo, who definitely you know, put Rotary on an even bigger platform over these last couple years. I'm looking at Kentucky's schedule for next year. With Paulo going to Duke and you're at Kentucky, I see November 9th this year.
You know, the city can't wait for that.
We Seattle battle in the Garden, man. The Mecca.
It's in the
basketball.
Garden?
Yes.
Yeah. Woo!
Man, what is that gonna be? I know it's kind of long from now, so you can't even really put it like in the feelings yet of stepping on the court with that white and blue, and then CMP, you know, on the other side in the Garden, man. Like
Easter white and blue.
man, like
white and blue.
like, man, how is that going? How is like, man, are you ready for that? Like, how is that gonna be? Like CMP on the other side, man. He's an enemy now.
Right. It's that's nuts, man. Like that's just nuts.
Yeah.
Like that's just so real. Like I can't even
Yeah.
like, you know, with me being in a Madison Square Garden where everybody else played at,
Yeah.
MJ, all them, just to even think about like, yeah, that's nuts. And to be on it with the same, you know, same court with my brother at the same time. Yeah, that's gonna be dope. I can't wait.
Who gonna get the dub?
Well, Kentucky.
In the Mecca too, man. That's two Seattle boys, man, playing against each other in the Mecca.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. And, you know, speaking of social media too, you know, I'd be peeping, you know, little fits you and P be throwing on who's
And the young boys were going crazy.
Yeah, I was about to ask who's a glacier boy between you guys? Who's more icy between you and P?
Between me and P right now?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to say me. But
okay.
P do be bringing fits though.
P been coming with it as of late.
Yeah.
But I'm no disrespect. I'm gonna give it to NO though. I see how NO put it on. I see you know
put it light. Like it's just something subtle. Like subtle. I don't do it too much.
You know,
shout out to that young boy Corn Johnson. He KJ really put them clothes on, man.
Oh my man, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I was just talking to Pop about that too. He's the best. He might be out the best out.
Yeah, he's
man. Just think, bro. If like you know, like social media was like big, like how it was now, like back when we was growing up. You know, be able to throw them clothes on, put it on social media.
OT's the original drip god in our era, so it's just funny to see the young boys.
You know, you guys definitely both put them clothes on, man. That's why you know I had to ask, man. I've been trying to catch up with y'all now, man. Like the youngins really like. Be real drippy now with you know going off with the everybody trying to stand out nowadays is what I like, man. Not everybody like really
not the typical high school fits, you know,
exactly.
with the simple jeans and the you know, you talked about your you know, you're the Give Back. I want you to talk about that, man. You have the Give Back Foundation. I want you to, you know, just elaborate on that to people on what you do and, you know, what it stands for.
High school senior, ladies and gentlemen, listening to this. It's crazy, man.
So the Give Back Foundation is pretty much based out of Washington as of right now. As I grow on with my career, my hoop career, I am gonna, you know, plan on expanding and going out to different places, you know, with it. But right now I'm just touching up on communities in Washington.
Yep.
My youth, you know, usually my youth in Washington, you know, down south, you know, all, you know, South End, all them communities, I'm really touching in on them. You know, if it's with school, you know, supplies, you know, if it's with food, you know, if it's with, you know, them, you know, not having the right clothes or whatever, you know.
I see you did a virtual basketball clinic too or something like that from the road. Yeah.
If they need basketball skills, if they need basketball skills, you know, if they need training or anything, they can come to me. You know, we just have, you know, I host I host a camp every year.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yep, you do have a camp.
Yeah, I host a camp every year for the kids. So, you know, any way to help the youth, you know, that's pretty much what my nonprofit, you know, foundation, you know, helps. So, you know, just doing whatever it takes for, you know, the community, the better, you know, Seattle, I'm all for it. You know, that's the youth I feel like is the future, you know, with me just, you know, them being young and, you know, looking up to me, especially them loving the basketball of hoop, you know, that just warms my heart. You know, that feels like that's God telling me to, you know, that's what you need to be doing. So that's how,
you know, we talk about that too, you know, guys giving back and things of that nature. And I feel like this, you know, these guys, next generation, they're doing a good job of starting that trend early, you know, not even waiting until they feel like they've reached the peak of their success, but they're understanding in high school what it means to give back in community. So it's big up to NO for that, definitely.
Yeah, no disrespect, you know, while we're on this topic, no disrespect to like the, you know, the hoopers that have came before us.
Right.
That's what I really like about this generation of hoopers out of Seattle is bringing the community along
Yeah.
with them on this journey.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's no discredit
Facts.
to hoopers came before us, but I think that this is a trend in the right direction. Trying to keep this Seattle hoop community close. Me personally, I think that's kind of maybe a little bit of the reason why Seattle still flies like under the radar
Yeah.
in the hoop world is I feel like we could do better in bringing the whole community with us on
Mm-hmm.
the journey and staying together. So seeing you as, like I said, a 17, 18-year-old kid, wanting to already start that organization, man, that's real dope. And that should, everybody listening should tell you that, your future is real bright on and off
Mm-hmm.
the court.
Yeah,
And that's really dope, bro.
appreciate
Uh,
They talk about betting. They talk about betting on yourself. Um, there was some people that felt like maybe Kentucky might have been a little too high, things of that nature. But guys around
you heard
here
that.
and guys with a chip on their shoulder, we already knew you're gonna do perfectly fine in situations like that. I feel like everybody hasn't seen you in that situation when you turn your grind on and what you've turned it into. So I just want you to talk about the people that might be a little unconfident about you going to Kentucky.
I mean, people's gonna continue
Yeah.
to talk. People's gonna continue to, say what their opinion is. But
Mm-hmm.
everybody's gonna have something to say.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's just what's gonna happen at the end of the day. But I know me,
Mm-hmm.
I know how I could get to it. I know how what my mindset is. I know, and my people behind me know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be on that same type of time, when it comes to that. So
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like, with them talking, it's just gonna make me show
Yeah.
them why like there's no point to talk. There's no
Mm-hmm.
point to talk. I came here at Wasatch on the main stage,
Yep.
did what I was supposed to do. So
Yeah.
I don't understand why they would even have no questions about what I'm gonna do next season.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
I
just
love to hear
that's
that,
my mindset.
OT.
Yeah, that's just my mindset, and that's just what that's just my hunger for the game.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear right there. I was
Yeah.
waiting, is it gonna come out? That's what I want to hear right there, man.
And
That,
that's
that
why
Seattle chip on your shoulder.
you hear a lot of it ain't just because he kind of got the baby Russell Westbrook look.
Yeah.
He got. I know you hear that a lot, Nolan. But now
Mhm.
you got the hunger of a Russell Westbrook, where
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of comparison in that way too.
Yeah.
At the next level, how what do you see yourself position wise? Like you see yourself more like, and I wouldn't even say point guard, shooting guard, like in today's like
Yeah.
era of basketball, it's
Positionless.
positionless. Are you more comfortable with the ball in your hands, or are you like more playing, off the ball? What are you comfortable with doing?
Well, honestly, I kind of like both. I'm not
Mhm.
gonna lie, I kind of like both. You could throw me in at the one or the two. I could handle it with the rock, or I could, play off of another guard if you want me to. That's kind of what me and Pop have been doing.
Mm-hmm.
With both him using the rock or me. But mostly I've been having a rock with me, but that's just what they've been changed as, with the team or whatever. That's just what, that's what seems to be working with the team as of right now. But because Pop just, I'll give it to him. He is a whop. He got that whopper, set up, shot, bucket. That he got it way better than me, but it's coming soon. I'm telling him. I've been telling him he's not gonna. Hey, it's not gonna be there for too long. I got my joint. My joint is it gets in there, like it gets there. It's not as automatic as his joint yet.
Yeah.
It's gonna get there. I'm telling him. I promise. But with being side by side, and I feel like me being jugglish with my position, I feel like that's what even more makes me even a unique player. I can play with somebody or I can play by myself. Whatever you guys need me to do, I'm willing to do it. So
And that's big. Like I said, bro, you agree with me that positionless basketball is so
Yeah.
key. Being able to do multiple things. Everybody who's watched you play, you can see you're a downhill scorer. You can create your own shot out on the perimeter. You're a very good playmaker and decision maker as well. And like I say, you can score the pill at the high level. So yeah, I agree with you. And I can definitely see you at the next level, and so far I'm playing on and off the ball. Uh, speaking on, I want to talk to you a little bit about, talking about your future. I know we jump ahead a little bit. You're going to a school where there has been 41 first round selections, 21 lottery picks, the most number one draft picks when it comes to college. And like I said, I feel like when you choose the university in Kentucky, you're also committing to playing at the highest level possible and preparing yourself for that. What do you think on, when you hear all that and you want to play at the next level, and your decision in going into Kentucky, like what how important was that for you?
No, I love it. That I love the challenge. I just feel like the challenge alone, that just makes me even like anxious to be there already. Or just hearing how bad the program is right now, and it's not even really that bad. Like, it's just 1 year. I feel like, with 1 year under Coach Cal, it's gonna be some mess ups. Out of all the times he's been, succeeding with his program,
it was like people were waiting for Coach Cal to have this type of year, man, because he's had so much success.
Yeah, I mean, and that narrative is so weird, bro, because I mean the man wins every June when it comes to the NBA draft. So I mean, at the end of the day, is he really losing? Even though
he understands what the bigger goal is, I think other people just don't.
Yeah. So, even seeing with them having that, that dysfunctional type of program right now, or them not finding the right pieces, to get them dubs, I feel like that's just a perfect fit for me, perfect spot where I could come in and show them, what I can help and do for the team. So,
you think COVID had a lot to do with, their ups and downs this season?
Yeah, I actually do. With them not having the fans, I feel like fans play a huge part in any type of hoop game. Even with us playing no fans in the 2-week bubbles and all that, it was different. Like, with us getting a huge bucket, we only hear our teammates in the sideline. Like, that's kind of it was kind of weak. So I feel like, with Kentucky and them being based off of their fan base and them, BBN.
Yeah,
I definitely feel like that definitely affected the team and affected some of the players on the squad.
Basketball is really serious out there. I mean, we talked about that on the with Seba Otis on the Louisville when we went to Louisville. Man, I seen how crazy it is for basketball out there. It's a real deal. So I'm hoping you get fans in there next year so you can get them Kentucky fans going crazy for you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I can't wait, bro. It's gonna be insane.
Saying on the the COVID track and everything going on right now, what was your how much did it affect your training regimen this summer, and not being able to play AAU basketball, a lot of gyms being closed down? How were you able to maneuver around, still trying to get better over last summer?
It just affected the gyms. I couldn't get into no gyms the way I really could do without COVID.
Yeah,
but that didn't stop me. And I was outside, outside in the park, getting to it. Me and my pops.
Real deal hooper, man.
What Cartier told me to say to you? Rain, snow, sleet. What he? He told me to say. Fridge told me to say that to you. I'm glad I remember.
Rain, sleet, snow don't matter.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the motto, and I run by that. I hoop by that. That's just my mindset. Work can't stop just because COVID or something gets in the middle of it. That don't mean nothing. The park's wide open. Nobody's there. Get that money, double rim, no matter. It don't matter. You could always get that money. So,
Fred, did you have any training sessions outside this summer at all, bro? I know you get into a little bit. I know you're a coach and whatnot. Did you get out there at all, bro?
Oh man, I got out there a couple times. With the cover, man. Not with the cover, but that was one of the things that I loved about and going to Kentucky is taking on that challenge, man. Just everything that you've done and where you came from, and what you've built yourself into is about the grind, and that was one of the things for me why it was a no-brainer, and I loved it because I feel like you've always been an underdog. You've always took on the challenge, and here we go, leaving Eastside Cap to go to Wasatch, another challenge, and now here we go again from Wasatch to Kentucky. So I just think one thing you show people is you relish when those you put those challenges on your shoulders. So I can't wait for you to show everybody else what's inside that chest of yours.
Yes, sir.
And we gotta ask, man. We're getting close to the interview. Seattle, Washington native. You're the younger generation, but I know you've been around Seattle hoop forever. We need your top 5 hoopers, and it can be your favorite hoopers.
It don't matter who it is, man. Don't worry about the older dudes being mad at you. It don't matter.
And we just had a T Brown Jr. on here, and he gave us that same face, like, man, 5, my favorite. Like, that's tough. So I know it's tough, bro. We gotta ask all the Seattle natives, man.
It gotta be top 5 though. It gotta be a list, like 1, 2, 3.
Nah, you don't have.
I don't. No order. No order.
Okay. I just throw it in. Okay. My most entertaining.
Okay.
Feel like my most entertaining.
Yeah.
In there, I feel like Dieter is up there.
Ooh. Okay. Good shit.
New name we've heard.
Just because of the motor he played with and that energy, that's
was the first time we heard that name, right, bro?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's the first time somebody said Dieter.
Yeah, that his energy was impeccable. I felt like because he started that gigging in the circle, like
he definitely
he started that. That's what was crazy. So I got him up in there. I got Baby Boy, of course. I got Maul C.
Yeah. Okay.
I got. There's too many, man. I don't want to leave nobody out because they might get on me. Nate, I guess I'll throw him in there.
Good Nate.
Yeah.
One more.
I mean, people don't notice. I mean, what Seattle natives do, but Al Snow was a monster.
Ooh, okay.
Go back. Al Snow showed me some footage of him going crazy. So
yeah, I see some footage. Try to go lie. He goes crazy.
You putting your hoop knowledge out there right there with that name, man. That's an old school name.
Yeah, he be going nuts. So I'm gonna throw Al Snow in there. He's probably he's under 5 too.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, bro, we ain't really talked about this with the young guys that much, bro. What do you think, Fred, with new generation versus old generation? Who will win a hoop game?
Ooh,
we talking like the Nolan. Let's go like Nolan, Paulo, Baby Boy, DeJounte Murray, KP. A lot of those guys. Versus maybe like the Peyton Sivas, Tony Roten, Josh Smith. Who was winning that?
Ooh,
hoop game on a LA Fitness style, just up to 15. Like who's winning that?
Oh, up to 15?
I don't even know if you could go up to 15.
A real game. It gotta be a real game.
It gotta be a real game. But like up to 15, I think we got that.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Or even
these. I'm not trying to sound like the, you know what I mean, the new guy, but these guys are these. I mean, these guys are extremely skilled. You know what I mean?
Nah.
We might have had a couple more dogs, but these guys' skill level, I would say, is a little higher than ours was. Tell me if I'm wrong.
I'll say this. The older guys, I feel like they would have a better chance of beating us in a full game than beating us in a 15 or something.
Agree. I agree on that. Because we over the game we would wear down on you guys, but to 15, you guys right off the 4 or 5 threes, and it's
right. It's a wrap, right? And I feel like they'll be more like smart with their going down the stretch and stuff. You know how old heads be thinking this stuff.
Right.
You know how they be hooping and stuff. So,
man, we gotta pitch that idea, bro. And maybe these next year or two, man. Open the gym somewhere up, man, and give the fans something, man. That'd be dope. Have maybe a little bit of these guys that are still playing at a high level at our age, and then And, you know, the young guys putting a squad together, man. That I think
That
that'll be.
would be
I
dope.
think that'll bring out the city. It's been a minute,
We got to do it before them guys start creeping past it. You know what I mean?
man.
But and no, you know, I wanted you to talk about Pop a little bit. I seen him. I had a little event, the 2Q6, a couple summers ago. He came down. I know he works out with Cartier. He's got some dudes up here. I want you to just talk about, you know, just watching his development, watching his growth, and what you see for him in the future that other people might not see.
Yeah, you know, that's my dog.
Yeah.
You know, even with him accepting me in and coming in for Wasatch or whatever.
Because he was there before you, correct?
Yeah, he was there before me already. What, 2 years? I think his sophomore year. Yeah, since his sophomore year. So you know, he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to move over and let me come in and you know, run the team with him. So he didn't really have to do that. And you know, that just goes to show what type of player and person he is to even, you know, slide over for a bit and let my guy work for 1 year and set him on off. So I can't wait to see him, you know, what he has to offer for next year.
Yeah.
You know, with him making his McDonald's All-American stretch, hopefully too. You know, I can't wait to see what he does and how he prevails from, you know, all the adversity he's been facing, especially with, you know, him dropping in the rankings or something in ESPN and stuff. So I can't wait. It's going to be dope. You know, as of the process of right now, you know, I don't want to say taking him under my wing as my little bro or anything.
Yeah.
Don't like that word.
Yeah, nobody likes the little bro term.
Little bro word, but you know, that is I feel like that's
as a big bro, you got to let him know.
Yeah, you know, I'd be trying to.
That's law.
You know, I'd be trying to, but you know, that's, you know, I feel like I've been doing a real good job with that, just showing them, you know, what seniors, you know, with seniors, I feel like what seniors could do on the court. Just taking what I got from, you know, seeing Brock McKenzie or seeing them, you know, seeing how they
Brock's
work.
doing a great job at Point Loma right now.
Looking like a pro right now. Bro.
Yeah, for real. I think he's the leading scorer or second leading scorer. Yep.
Yeah, shout out to Brock. But you know, just taking those characteristics from, you know, already seen players from Washington and bringing it back here and trying to provide it and spread it, you know, throughout the team. I feel like it's been able to work for me and work for the team. So,
yeah, man. This Friday, man, the Battle Showcase. Everybody listening, you guys definitely got to tune into that Friday, March 5th. You're gonna see Nolan and Wasatch Academy playing Hillcrest Prep. And then after that, we'll have Seattle Rotary playing against CBC, right?
Yeah, the Sierra Canyon, but they, you know, they're big time enough to go under a different name.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, P, man, you got a hoop versus Hillcrest, man. They was doing a little bit of talking. So when you played them, you kind of owe that for the city. I know you seen that on social media.
Eyes got real big when you said that, Fred.
Yeah, man. So you owe those guys some because they was doing a lot of talking, man.
A lot of it, yeah.
And they caught P off. That was his third game of the day. So when you see those guys, make sure you give him some of that Seattle boogie, man.
Yeah, tell P, don't even worry about it.
Right.
Don't even worry about it. Yeah, he was talking real out of his mouth.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, we definitely like I said, we appreciate you and no, definitely coming on. We definitely we gotta chop it up again before or you know, while you're at Kentucky, you know, tune in with you then there, man. But we definitely appreciate you having taking your time to hop on Hoop Narrative, bro.
No, thank y'all, bro. I appreciate this. This is dope what you guys doing, man. Like, you know, especially for the Seattle Hoopers and all this is dope. Yeah. You know, I love it. You know, especially as Black men. Period.
Yeah.
Facts.
We need this. So I love what you guys are doing. Keep it up. You know, keep going. Just don't stop.
Appreciate you.
You know, I love it.
And no, man, have you got that McDonald's card yet? Free McDonald's for a year, man. Don't go crazy, man.
I wish, bro.
Don't go crazy. Free McDonald's for a year, man. I know Pop's ready to go in.
Yeah, you know him. He's ready.
Oh, that's gonna be big, especially college year, man. First for freshman year, man. You're definitely straight to McDonald's, man. Every other night, man.
Yes, sir.
Friday, March 5th, man. Everybody listening, go ahead and tune in. Nolan Hickman, Wasatch Hills, future Kentucky signee. You now listening to Hoop Narrative. You can catch us on all platforms. We definitely gonna keep going, man. But man, of course, man, we're gonna definitely have our eyes on you, Nolan. And sky's the limit for sure, man.
Yeah, man. Keep that chip on your shoulder, you know. You're gonna go a long ways, man. And I know you're gonna do big things. Just can't wait to cheer for the whole town cheering for you next year, man. We riding with you.
Yes, sir. It's love, man.
All right.
OT, man. Got my bro Fredro as always. Nolan Hickman, man. Hoop Narrative, man. We out.
Yes, sir.
All right, you know, appreciate you.
All right, man.
Took a breather and came back in no time. Put the ball in my possession and it's showtime. I'm taking the last shot, coach, don't mind. I'm a different predicament, so it troubles you. Game clock ticking and I'm coming for the W. One man ain't enough, they gon' have to double two. Get ball shot made, all the fans loving you. Time expired, everybody rushing you. Now you done showed them what you about. Try to tell you we was gon' make it without a doubt. Do what they can, I'm already stamped, and I be shitting like Kevin Durant. I'm in the game, ate up. When I steps on the floor, I don't waste time. 2 seconds, one shot, I'ma make mine. Hit a 3-pointer on baseline. They want my spot, I'm trying to save mine. So you should move over. 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 So you should move over.